We're very happy to have our next guest join us here at the Rickshaw Stop in San Francisco. It is BØRNS. Welcome back to our fine city.
Yeah, long time no see.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We're just chatting and off camera about what you've been up to, and I think it was 2015, right before Dopamine, and you had just filmed the video for Electric Love.
Yeah, I had been showered in sparkles.
Yeah.
I feel like those were like, I just got the last of them out of my hair.
Right.
Just last week.
Just last week.
But yeah, man, it's so weird because it feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
But I feel like just kind of been on the move since then. So
you were on tour for what seemed like many years. It was only maybe 2, right?
Yeah, it was a couple years, kind of like a bunch of consecutive tours and just doing
the festival circuit.
Festivals and some headline dates, some supporting dates, and then I ended the last tour last fall and then recorded what is my sophomore record, so getting ready to put that out in the new year.
So during that whole period of time when you were gaining all the attention and playing that festival circuit and all that stuff, we saw you at ACL one year when you were there, and it was just amazing to see the crowd of people that swarmed around you.
Yeah.
Did it dawn on you like, wow, I'm doing something that people are really enjoying here?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it definitely surprised me every time, and I feel very lucky to be able to, be touring and playing shows and having people show up. It's like it's still kind of.
San Francisco. I missed you. I really did. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
So this album that's coming out in January, I read a whole bunch of different things. Futuristic Beach Boys, inspired by the experiences of having been on tour and all these things, and how much of each coming together? Listening to a lot of Brian Wilson.
Yeah, I think just trying to get into that headspace of Brian Wilson and just his kind of crazy orchestral way of making pop songs. So a lot of the songs came from deconstructing some of my favorite Beach Boys songs and also George Harrison songs, and learning different chord progressions and key changes, and just putting that into sort of a kind of my own context and just seeing what my voice would do over that.
Was there any type of private listening in terms of, okay, I'm going to sit down with Pet Sounds and not so much analyze, but just sort of be informed by, that translated to some of the music?
Yeah, I think it was most of this record, the new record is like a lot more piano based, and I was figuring out just a lot of the harmonies and counterpoint and stuff just on piano. So a lot of the songs come from that foundation. So actually learning them and the harmonies and stuff. So
Bitcoin's cool, but it's not sexy. You know what's sexy?
So that's the music side of things. And then lyrically, we talked about the experiences of being on the road and as a musician and kind of going on that high, but then after tour is over, it's like, how do you readjust?
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing that you experienced in readjusting to everyday life?
I think it was just kind of the disillusionment and just like not being on the road anymore, and what exists when you're on the road and also what exists on the internet, and your presence online is like almost your mortality. And if you're not present on the internet, you might as well
not exist.
You might as well be a ghost.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I kind of wanted to be a ghost for a little bit and like kind of live in a tangible world for a second and not be documenting my life and just putting it all I can into a record and like really just nourish a record. So yeah, I think it was just figuring out a different lifestyle in one place, and just doing things that I've wanted to do, like cook. I just love cooking. And
Oh yeah?
yeah, and like
What's your specialty? What's your go-to cuisine? If you have a family member over, mom's coming over, what are you gonna cook her?
Ooh, breakfast tacos.
Oh, okay.
You know, my neighborhood has a lot of really amazing taco trucks and very authentic cuisine of Mexico, and so I just love being around that.
So you've become quite adept at Mexican food then?
Yeah, definitely. And the music. There was always mariachi bands playing at night, and that just was such a comforting feeling of being home and being around that music and food and sunshine and palm trees and all that. So it was a nice.
And so much so that you released the Faded Heart sessions with the mariachi band.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the mariachi band from the neighborhood? Or?
Yeah. Actually, it's like it was a pretty like natural way of meeting them, you know.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting. Like the first time we actually met, we met up in this like baseball field, and I had to teach them how to play Faded Heart, and I don't really speak Spanish, but it was interesting trying to teach them a song that without speaking Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
So, and their English was kind of rough? And
Well, yeah. So they spoke Spanish, and I spoke English.
And there was no translator?
And I was teaching them a song. There was a translator at one point.
Okay.
But it took a while to like figure out like, okay, these are the changes, and this is the arrangement, and like coming up with that. So it was like,
wow.
It was a really cool experience, though. Yeah.
And it sounded great.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I mean, they're amazing. They're amazing musicians. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're really looking forward to the album. We can't wait. Any guests that we can sort of try to guess?
Yeah. There will be a couple of guests.
Okay.
But they're kind of top secret as of right now.
Okay. All right. Well, it's wonderful to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
And appreciate the time. And
of course.
have a great rest of the
Yeah,
year.
thanks a lot, man.
It is BØRNS. You're watching B-Sides on Air.